I had to confirm it. Let's see what CW has to say about this.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and if you love Spider-Man, we have some amazing Spider-Man news today. Not actually for the amazing Spider-Man character, sorry, Andrew Garfield, but for Tobey Maguire's
I thought he was getting his own movie.
Spider-Man character. Although, of course, we are going to be talking about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and Tom Holland's Spider-Man as well in this video.
Okay.
But it looks like Tobey Maguire could be coming back to play Spider-Man once again, this time possibly in his own solo film, giving us a Spider-Man 4. The movie that we never got, that we were supposed to get.
Vulture, right?
Where Sam Raimi, the legendary director, directed the first 3 Spider-Man films with Tobey Maguire. However, there was supposed to be a 4th Spider-Man film, also with Tobey Maguire. Vulture was supposed to be the main villain of this film. However, due to a lot of criticism and hate that happened with Spider-Man 3, the studio decided not to make the film. And based off of previous interviews that we've seen, this really hurt Sam Raimi and it hurt Tobey Maguire. And it also kind of put, not necessarily a bad taste in Sam Raimi's mouth, but it kind of left its mark. So we never thought we would be getting the 4th Spider-Man film with Sam Raimi.
No, I thought that was his 4th Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man, however, a lot
No Way Home
has changed recently. We've had Spider-Man No Way Home, in which Tobey Maguire, of course, came back with Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland. Then we got Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, in which Kevin Feige asked Sam Raimi to come back and direct it after they lost the director Scott Derrickson. So both since have made their return to Marvel and their debuts in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And now, an actor
Sony,
from the Spider-Man
technically,
franchise has stated that he has heard that Sam Raimi could possibly be doing Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. He said this in an interview with comicbook.com, which of course we'll go over in this video and talk about what Spider-Man 4 could actually be about. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest news. And if you subscribe and leave a comment, you're let. So comicbook.com recently did an interview with Thomas Hayden Church.
That's why I heard
Flip
it.
Marko, aka Sandman, in Spider-Man 3, and he returned to play Sandman once again in Spider-Man No Way Home. And in this recent interview with comicbook.com, he told them that he would love to appear in another Spider-Man film and that he's heard there could be a Spider-Man 4. In the interview with comicbook.com, this is what he said. There's always been some kind of, I've heard rumors that Sam Raimi was going to do another Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and if that happens, I would probably campaign to maybe at least do a cameo. Now, what's really interesting about this is there's been a lot of rumors going on after Spider-Man No Way Home. This isn't the first time that we've heard somebody talk about Spider-Man 4. In fact, many insiders have stated that Sony is very interested in developing a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire.
Only after Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Came back to do Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, he did say that that taste was out of his mouth, and that essentially he has moved on from the hate that Spider-Man 3 got. And we do know that he was pretty heartbroken that he didn't get to do Spider-Man 4, but after Spider-Man No Way Home came out, Tobey Maguire stated that he would love to return again as Spider-Man. He would love to do more. And I think after Spider-Man No Way Home, many fans would love to see Tobey Maguire come back and see a story that could be about a completely different part of his Spider-Man's life. A life where he is married to MJ and possibly even has a daughter, May Parker, who eventually goes on in the comics to become Spider-Girl. We actually got to see May Parker recently, Peter B. Parker's child, in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, in which we did also see
spoilers.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
I didn't see those 2 movies.
However, the footage used was old footage from the previous Spider-Man films. So the thought of Tobey Maguire returning for a Spider-Man 4, along with Sam Raimi, the director of the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire, is super exciting. Now, as far as what it could be about, if they are going to go with what Spider-Man 4 was originally going to be about,
another Vulture,
this could be a fight between Spider-Man and Vulture, but a fight in a way that we've never really seen before.
Well, why wouldn't they just... Because wasn't Vulture and... not Venom, Morbius, but it had a poster of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man suit.
Also know quite a bit of what the plot of this film was actually going to be and who exactly was going to be in it. and an animation and VFX designer for the film actually released test footage of what the fight between Spider-Man and Vulture was supposed
John
to be.
Malkovich.
But as far as plot details of what Spider-Man 4 was supposed to be about, it was supposed to be about Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson's relationship being kind of thrown into turmoil by the arrival of Peter's new colleague, Felicia Hardy, aka Black Cat, who was supposed to be played by Anne Hathaway. While attempting to navigate his feelings for Felicia, Peter must also battle the Vulture, a criminal mastermind who plans to seize control of New York City's criminal underworld. Unaware that the Vulture is Adrian Toombs, John Malkovich, Felicia's adopted father, and Peter's new boss at the Daily Bugle newspaper. Peter accidentally kills Toombs halfway through, and Felicia adopts the identity of Vultress to seek revenge for her father. She ends up defeating Peter, but spares his life and moves to Europe, while MJ moves to LA after learning that Peter cheated on her, and Peter rage quits being Spider-Man again. Now, that was what Spider-Man 4 could have been. Obviously, due to creative differences, this project...
Web parachutes.
And I think that it was probably a good thing at the time. I'm not sure this is what some fans would have really liked to see, and according to some of the designers, some VFX designers, a lot of people didn't really see John Malkovich as Vulture. And I imagine that Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire will want to basically do something from scratch. Not completely from scratch, of course. I'm sure they'll keep the continuity, the same continuity with Spider-Man 1 through 3. Again, this still should be a sequel from Spider-Man 3. But we've already had a Vulture in the MCU. Technically, we still kind of have him if he's not transferred to the Sony universe yet. That's still kind of confusing to us, but we've seen Vulture. And again, we recently saw him in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. But
Jesus.
luckily, there are just so many awesome Spider-Man characters that we could see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man fight in Spider-Man 4. Plus, not to mention, the MCU exists now, and it didn't before. So a whole different world, literally, of possibilities is now open. They could have a Spider-Man movie that sets place inside of the MCU, especially with incursions happening right now and the multiverse being a huge thing. It is, after all, the multiverse saga. There is just a ton of potential right now for a fourth Spider-Man film because there are just so many different ways that they could go about making this movie. They could have it take place inside of the MCU in a different universe, or they could simply have it exist in its own universe from before, the Sony universe. Again, keep it the same. Or they could technically do both. Have it be a different universe and have Peter Parker be dragged into the MCU because of the events that are taking place in the MCU in the multiverse saga because of Kang. We have already heard rumors from some insiders that Tobey Maguire is going to be in Secret Wars and he'll be alongside Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, something that everybody is truly excited to see if it does indeed happen. And today we get a little bit closer to actually seeing that.
I'm not banking on it.
We know Hugh Jackman is returning as Wolverine, and if Tobey Maguire is returning as Spider-Man, in which he already did return as Spider-Man in No Way Home, then the possibility of Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire being together on screen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is getting closer to happening. But since Sam Raimi recently took on a multiverse project with Multiverse of Madness, it could actually work both ways. He could dive into that again, or he could simply say, you know what, let's just kind of focus on the world that we created before, go back to that and make a sequel to Spider-Man 3 in the same universe, same storyline, same plot. We just get a new villain, get a new story for Spider-Man 4, but keep Peter Parker with MJ. Maybe they're a little bit further on in life, obviously, since they're both a lot older than they were when Spider-Man 3 took place.
Right.
Maybe say they're married, maybe say they have May Parker, and we take it from there. Based off of what we heard in Spider-Man
The actress
No
who
Way
played
Home,
Aunt May,
Tobey
Dad.
Maguire, of course, is still Spider-Man. In fact, when he went through the portal, he was wearing his Spider-Man suit under his clothes. And the way he talked to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man made it seem like him and MJ found a way to make it work, them to be together and him to still be Spider-Man. Because we know that that is a classic struggle for Spider-Man to balance the relationships that he has. So overall, this is great news. There are rumors going around now within the Spider-Man actor groups that another Spider-Man is on the way, Spider-Man 4, with Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire. And again, after No Way Home came out, a lot of insiders came out and said that Sony was looking to make this film finally. So, fingers crossed, this is being discussed at Sony right now and that it actually happens. And if it does, let us know what you would like to see from it. What stories, what villains, whatever it is, what would you like to see from it? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video.
Yeah, I'd personally rather see Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 3, but it's just me.